So, we'll make sure that my microphone is actually on, because my head right now is just slightly not feeling 100%. So, we'll see where this goes. But I really wanted to get back to this tonight, because we played 4.5 hours of this last night and only accomplished 2 things. 2 things. 2, not even contracts. We accomplished 2 tasks last night. William Sterling, Off-Road Gamer, Sasquatch39, Relic. How is everybody? Thank you for all stopping by. Thank you for, well, you know, waiting around for me to fire things up, because it's also like, what is it? Like 75 degrees outside right now. Slightly going down. Garfield is a great cartoon. Garfield the cartoon is fantastic. But you know what's also fantastic? I kind of changed some stuff up top there on the... If you guys make sure that you can, like, make all that out. Because I changed some stuff up. Subscribers, latest followers, donations, last cheers. Just trying to fancy things up a little bit. Awesome. You know what's speaking of awesome, this truck right here, the Brigadier 8000, my MVP, or the thorn in my side. It could be looked at two different ways. So there is that. But now that we're looking at this thing, and we kind of realize some of the configuration issues we were having the last time, and I was considering what exactly we need to do to get things going. And I kind of feel like we might need to gain access to the warehouse, but both sides of this warehouse are kind of closed off at the moment. So I'm considering a possible alternate means of getting... Oh, I can't wait. Don't tell me which map. I don't even know which map the new truck is on. So, no spoilers whatsoever, guys, because I'm coming at this blind, no hints, tips, or cheats, and we're gonna take it as it goes. Which is fun. It's fun to do it. Yeah, awesome. I did notice that you said that, which is very nice of you. So, I kind of feel a little bit sweaty right now, too. Not gonna lie. I don't know if I've got like a mild fever, but it's warm, and I actually started things off by putting the fan in the window. I bounced out of work early today, and... Wait a minute. Hold on, that's where our garage is, and maybe I see a very convenient route to get some materials. Although there is no convenient way to get to the steel mill short of going around through here. So let's kind of weigh our options and figure out just what we need for what particular area. So bridge to the warehouse is 2 metal beams and 2 service spare parts. So the service spare parts are easy enough. They're in the warehouse. 2 metal beams we need to get from the steel mill, but before we get them from the steel mill, we need the coiled, we need the steel rolls from, we need the steel rolls from the warehouse first. So we got to get there, to then get there, and then back again? Oh. And what is landslide on the path? So that's there. So that's wooden planks, which is also at the warehouse, and service spare parts. Let's take some baby steps and see what we can actually make happen. If we can, in fact, get 2 wooden planks and 1 service spare part. So that will actually be 3 pieces of material. And we have a truck that is capable of doing 3 pieces of material. And that is the Paystar. The Paystar can hold 3 units of cargo on the back of this thing. And I'm considering, do I want the mud tires or do I want the chain tires? And I'm kind of thinking chain tires. William Sterling, yesterday at 11:45. And I felt kind of okay yesterday. My shoulder was a little bit sore, but I woke up and my shoulder was really, really sore. And then, I mean, I get the shot up here. It's pain like all up and down, and it kind of feels a little swollen. And I've definitely got a headache. I know that much. Let's go with the chain tires, I think. Let's go dually chain tires. And we'll see where this gets us. But I went into work and I figured I could roll with the day, and oh, my spider's kind of active over there. He's kind of crawling around in his cage, his terrarium. So I figured I could try to tough it through the day because I was leaving at 4 and lunch was at noon. So why not just tough it out? Which didn't work at all. I was like, no, this is not working for me right now, guys. So let's plot our route. And I really think we can do this. If we can do this right here, and we can make it to the warehouse. And then, where can we drop down? You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I actually didn't think y'all would be waiting for me that long. And I was really not sure if I was going to make it on tonight. But I had such a hell of a good time last night. And I know that last night was a long haul. Last night was, holy crap. I did not expect last night to turn into what it did for as long as it did. But I had so much fun. Like, I don't care that the cargo dumped over. I don't care that it took me hours to recover any of that stuff. To figure out, to finally bring a different crane truck over. All good, off-road gamer. All good. Take as much time as you need. Because we certainly did yesterday. Oh, these branches. I hate these branches. These are the branches across the mud. The ones that you can't see are probably the worst. And they're just they're sunk right down in there. Also, I have a winch and I should use it. I'm gonna scare those trees is what I'm gonna do. That's right. So I still have my Caterpillar 745C out there. I still have the Brigadier up at the new service area. I have the Kolob out on the other shore, right where we dropped off the trailer. And then we've got the Azov crane truck out in the middle of nowhere. So that's a thing. Also, I'm kind of up in the air about whether or not I'm going to keep doing the green screen thing back here, because I can do some different stuff. Yeah. Let's watch me stumble through and see if I can figure it out. Because I've got slight ideas. And if we can make it up and around here and back over and get the metal beams and stuff like that, we'll be in better shape to get around the map. I think. And then we can start actually producing a lot more stuff. But realistically, I also want to check out everything that's in the other map, too. And I do appreciate that. I do absolutely appreciate that. Yes, effing General Norman, I have arrived. I am exhausted. I'm Still slightly sweaty. I've got a headache, and let's see. Let's go take a look at this. Yeah. I mean, I love the look of this map, and I really wanted just... I don't know. This looks amazing. And there's, like, trails and stuff, right? Like, this going through everything, and it looks like I'm only going to be able to take a scout truck through. Alright. Let's keep on keeping on. Okay. Alright, so that's one location we can cross at. And maybe the chain tires were probably the better idea. Plus, if there's a lot of rocks, chain tires are actually really good on rocks, believe it or not. And there's rocks. There are rocks. And let's see if I can get a larger vehicle up here. Uh-oh. So, did you start over completely, or what did you end up doing, Norman? Because you said you were going to restart the game, and you should have had all of, like, the... Oops. Fire up the differential lock and see if we can't kind of... I don't know. So, all over again from scratch. Okay. Did things go slightly better for you that you were not, perchance, under the influence of an adult beverage or two? Took the second truck exploring and got wedged between two cliffs. As tends to happen occasionally. Show task. Cargo cult. They dropped some cargo off a helicopter a few days ago, but no one came to pick it up. Let's get it here at least. Better than sitting in the snow. So where is that cargo cult? Consumables. Oh. Okay. Consumables. Oh, it's all over the place. Okay, I gotcha. Much better than the first. Okay, okay. I actually finished the bridge this time. So you finish the bridge, and then you head down to open up the garage. And that's where all the fun starts, because then you can use all of the cool trucks. Also, my head really hurts. Okay. More rocks. Let's see if we can proceed gingerly down this particular way without... Oh, I don't know. Fallen in the drink? Oh, really? Yeah, well, I kind of noticed that. It was not cooperating for us the other day, where we went across with a couple of trucks, and then all of a sudden, we tried to take some bigger stuff, and it started cracking underneath of us. So this is getting better. We're actually making more progress right now than we ever did in like the past 3 days. Which is kind of hilarious, all things considered. But I'm sweaty and my head hurts. Kind of bummed out about that. This whole second shot thing, man. Ugh. I mean, at least now I don't have to worry about travel restrictions and all kinds of stupid stuff. So I'm happy with that part. I'm happy with that part. And I was really, like, had I actually been properly thinking ahead, I could have got home. Because, for as exhausted as I was, I couldn't sleep. There was no sleeping going on, so I was watching Hulu, and I was watching Preacher on Hulu, which is actually really good. I like that. That's a great show. Preacher's a great show. It's weird, and it's definitely different than the comic, but, you know. Ah! Why? Why do you have to be like that? Do we still have... Okay, alright. No, we're in okay shape. Excellent. Warehouse trouble. Oh, there's another one. Sorry we're closed. Our supply trailer gets stuck in the marsh, so unless someone pulls it out, all I can offer is air. However, if you help us, we can talk. Let's help you. Weird little trailers over here with nothing on. Okay. Okay. So this is my end goal. Oh, that's good to know, actually. Yeah, because she wasn't doing so well there for a little while, right, William Starling? I did notice that she was online earlier, but I was at work, so I couldn't check it out, unfortunately. So, 2 wooden planks and service spare parts. Okay. And where do we have to go for whatever this one is? Warehouse trouble. Supplies for the Oh. Oh. Okay. So we're right there. We start over there. So we'd have to get... Off-road truck is recommended. Okay. I mean... We got this far. We certainly got this far. Also, we should go forward, not backwards. Also, I hear birds and or insects chirping. Oh my god, this stupid... You know, that's not fair. That is absolutely not fair. And I swear to God, if I pop a tire all the way out here with this cargo, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be an unhappy camper. Well, here's the thing, Rebecca and Miracle. There is no houses to remove supplies from right now. So I had to actually go to the warehouse to recover supplies. And it's like, who goes to the warehouse? Come on. Alright, that is a hell of a bridge right there. So what do we got to do for these bridges? J. Stew in the house. He heralds his arrival with the Viking war horn. What are we looking at? So, bridge to sawmill. Bridge to sawmill is 2 metal beams from there and 2 service spare parts. Okay. Okay. We can do that. Well, I don't know if I can build a house, but I can certainly build a bridge. And it's on a road to nowhere. So... The warehouse has what? Metal rolls, fuel, cargo containers. So we don't have the required metal beams. Although the crafting zone at the steel mill has the metal beams. This is our current conundrum. So now we have enough material to repair this little guy right there. Is there any way for us to get down on it? Don't want to go down there. And perhaps That doesn't look good. And I don't think we can really... look like to the left. Yeah, this doesn't look like any place that we can potentially descend. Or can we? Yeah, I'm not thinking that's a good idea. So we're not going to do that. We're going to maybe go the same way. Okay. And then we have to remember to go very slowly across the concrete slabs that make up the weird little pathway thing over here. So if each bridge requires 2 metal beams, that is 4 metal rolls, and that's basically a twin steer right there for 1 bridge. And then we can get the service spare parts to finish the bridge. That's a very good question. This is going to be just a lot of driving through a lot of stuff. But now that we have kind of an idea on some of these routes, the Azov Antarctic is an option. Did we go down there? Yeah, I just kind of wish I could go right across over here somehow. I really do. This would make things so much easier. Yeah, I don't think we can go further than that. Is J-Stu at work this evening? Tuning in from a break at work, perchance? What is all this extra stuff? I don't know.
My iron.
I do know that's me, though. But not me saying it, it's actually my nephew saying it. So I'm totally okay with being heralded by my nephew. Because I am...
My iron.
That's right. Yeah, the snow in this game usually just grinds you to a halt. The mud underneath makes it even more difficult. The ice is treacherous and dangerous through here because we've actually broken through the ice in certain areas, and it's been wild. That's when we were using the Caterpillar 745C to make our way over, I think, hauling the Brigadier behind us, I think. We gave the Brigadier little tiny mitts. Little tiny mitts. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to work on that. Please. All right. Why don't we just kind of... let's go left. Let's just go left. Let's go across the ice over here. Hopefully, we don't either break through or get stuck. And I hear the ice breaking. Of course I hear the ice breaking. You know when your stomach just completely drops out and it feels like you're falling down an elevator? Loader, I am quite well this evening. Well is a figurative term at this particular point in time because we banged out of work early because vaccine shot number 2 has swiftly kicked us in the backside. And boy, oh boy, do I have a headache right now. That is a thing. That is totally a thing. I don't know why that is that way. Okay. Make our way across with all of our 52 liters of fuel left. And proceed up this way. Actually, you know, I'm probably going to need fuel because, yeah. So why don't we do the intelligent thing and send a truck with fuel down to us. 40 minutes downloading. Cold War's new update. It is over 70 gigabytes. I downloaded that yesterday. It was yesterday or the day before yesterday. So let me hide a couple more things here because there's way too many damn things. Hide that. And hide that. Water and output. Oh, okay. No, we're good. We're good with that. Okay. There's some rough, icy roads in Alaska. That, yeah, they definitely are. 100% without a doubt. So, global map. Take us to the garage. What do we want for a fuel truck? I believe someone wanted to see the... Ah, yes. So, here is the highway truck that is the GMC 9500, which started the game and was not available in all-wheel drive configuration until Amandra, after Lake Coved. And, yeah. Started opening up the fourth part of this map today. Yep. Yeah, the new Cold... I had to actually pause the Cold War update because it was just absolutely destroying my bandwidth, and I couldn't actually sort of do the whole game thing. What do we want to use as a fuel truck? Let's dispatch the Cat CT681 with a whole bunch of fuel. Logging frame. That thing's pretty cool. Maintenance frame's pretty cool. So that still gives us S+. Actually, you know what? The Caterpillar, even with the fuel tank, does not drop down in power to weight ratio, which is surprising. Because most trucks do. Oh, you know what? Let's look inside this thing. Hold on. Oh, it's definitely got that nice updated dash. Although we're like right on the steering wheel in this thing. We can't see the Caterpillar emblem on the steering wheel. And it's not on the headrests on this one. The lights on the tank, yeah. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, hey, look at that. Ready to install SnowRunner version 1.23. So they actually released another SnowRunner update. And realistically, I should install it. But I am able to play without network features. And there is some stuff that I bumped into with the game that created some issues. One of which being if you are towing a vehicle and you have the option to Cirque Lunicus. So there's another update. But we are, what are we? Are we 3 or... Ooh, we're three days into Phase 4, which is Omer Oblast, Russia. And the overarching goal of this Phase 4 update is to build a rocket launch facility for a private company. And of course it's in Russia, so, you know. I don't even know what day we're at. I feel like complete and utter butt right now. Simply because, yeah, vaccine day number 2 was yesterday. I went home from work early, and I couldn't even entertain the thought of thinking that streaming earlier when I got home would have been a good idea. My arm is very sore, and I'm not talking about the injection site. My, like, all up and down. My arm is it was my second one, actually. Yesterday was number 2. The first time around, I didn't feel the shot at all. I had to be told, oh yeah, you're all set. Wait, yeah, thank you, Mr. J. Stu, brother of mine. So, I didn't feel the first one. Yeah, so it's normal side effects. The first shot, I had a little bit of soreness, like to the touch, and so like my whole arm is sore from like that injection site stuff. And then like right now, oops, I'm kind of warm. I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm sore, like all over, but I was exhausted. Oh no, wait, wrong one. I was absolutely exhausted today. little bit of a dry throat. Relic, you got 3 really good bags of popcorn today from a friend's kids. Oh, garlic parm, pizza and bacon and cheese. Oh my God, Relic, you're gonna have to tell me. So, here's the thing about sleeping, though. I came home, I laid down, I could not sleep. Anytime I have apparently flu-like symptoms and I am physically exhausted, I can't sleep. I just cannot sleep at all. Like, it doesn't work. Like, I wanted to fall asleep, but it wasn't working. It wasn't playing nice that way. Okay. So, I'm going for the small victories here. I'm going to just open up this little landslide on the path for, oops, bouncing on the rocks, because I want to say that I actually did something tonight. Yeah, I am right now really tired and really exhausted, but like I said, I've been trying to go to sleep. I didn't have any caffeine past probably like 11 this afternoon, and here it is 7 o'clock right now. Alright, hopefully these rocks do not bounce my cargo out of the way, which would be unfortunate. So yeah, I'm really run down. I need to get something, yeah, like that to help sleep. Relic, I am jealous. So you've managed to try every single one. Also, speaking of popcorn, the movie theater, which is near, it's a big movie theater. It's in this giant plaza. Oh, come on, why are we stuck? Let's go backwards. Backwards to go forwards. So, the movie theater that's nearby, which has a screen that rivals most IMAX movie theater screens, finally opened. And I miss movie theater popcorn in the worst way possible. I'm probably going to go to a movie in a couple of weeks just to simply get a bucket of popcorn. I don't even care if Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is playing on the big screen again because they lack the big budget releases and blockbusters. I will go see Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I will get myself a 55-gallon drum of whatever flavor carbonated beverage with flavor shot. And I will then get a tub of popcorn because I want a giant bucket of movie theater popcorn because it has been a year, it's over a year. Like, everybody complains about the price of, yeah, exactly, the Point. The Point is the name of the movie theater, and they do $6 Tuesdays. So it's also got that assigned seating, so it's just those huge reclinables. Multiple. We're going to say multiple. So actually, here's a good question. What is the last movie that you guys saw in a movie theater? I will tell you exactly which one that I saw. It was a Vin Diesel movie. It was Bloodshot. Bloodshot with Vin Diesel was the last movie, and I think it was February. It was either February or March. And oh crap, that's right. Okay. Let's not hopefully tip. So Bloodshot with Vin Diesel was the last movie that I saw in the movie theater. And I miss movies. Oh, do I miss movies. Equalizer 2, Flatliners. Can't even recall which one. In junior high, Norman, you don't like movie theaters, man? I love movie theaters. And I like how movie theaters have tried to adapt with the times. The dumbass Beyonce album, National Geographic movie they call The Lion King. Oh, man. Avengers Endgame. Yes. I did see Avengers actually at the O'Neill Cinema, and they have it on the rival. They had it on the rival to the IMAX screen, and it was incredible. Let's do this. Why? Cargo management. Hold for next action. Oh, okay, there we go. Unload, 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 and we have accomplished something. Chapter 2. So, General Norman, here's the great thing about the movie theater that is right near where I am. And also, landslide on the path. Doing well, my friend. Now, if one has an all-terrain truck, getting to the quarry would be a cinch. So apparently it's the quarry that we're going to. Yeah, I don't like that Sasquatch. And it's not as intuitive as it was before. So that movie theater, the seats in the movie theater, the giant recliners, are so big, you are very well insulated from anyone even remotely nearby. Landslide near quarry. Okay, let's go see what this one is about and see if we can't... Oh, wait a minute. Does this become our... This may actually become our little pathway to... Ugh. This might actually become our little pathway to the steel mill. Maybe, maybe not. What happened with Cinemagic? The cartoon movie Relic is the best movie. Also, we are stuck in the mud, which is the story of our life currently. Did Cinemagic close, or... for real? What is going on here? Well, we can back up. Cinemagic closed. I did not realize that. Cinemagic was one of the last holdouts for a traditional movie theater. Jungle Book and Robin Hood. Yes, Mowgli and Robin Hood, where he was a fox. Wow, we are not making progress through this. Okay. Why is that? Alright, so tell you what, we're going to use the rocks to maybe get some purchase. Yeah, I don't know why that was not allowing us to. Well, there we, there we go. No forward momentum again. Sword in the Stone. Yep. Escape to Witch Mountain. That's another one. How about? And here's one. This is a very divisive movie. The Black Cauldron, which was still a cartoon and still a kids movie, but pants shittingly terrifying. All right, so we're gonna see. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. So let's re-examine our tasks. Bridge to the sawmill. So we need 2 metal beams and 2 of those. Also, once we fix that, we can then... You know what? Let's see what we can get up and through there. Because we need to somehow get 2... You know what? The twin steer did okay. Good luck, Rebecca and Miracle. Good luck. Jeremy, the Black Cauldron was that was a wild movie. How about and hear me out, it's not a cartoon, but I think it was a Disney movie. Watcher in the Woods. Neverending Story was a great movie. One of those flying sheepdogs. You mean Falcor? Munchies and Crunchies. What was his name? Gurgi. And the sorcerer was that like horned demon. Also, my brother is apparently sending me pictures of his newborn daughter. Well, newborn like a month and a week old, with facial slathering from Spit Up. That's kind of funny. So there's that. Yeah, Falcor. So here's the thing, Sasquatch. If you like Falcor, there is an artist. He is local to New England. He is out of Rhode Island now. He used to be out of Massachusetts. And he's called Two Thangs. And that's just like this. That's his name on Instagram and all social media. He has a series of art where he actually takes 2 different subjects and combines them together. He did Macho Man Randy Savage and Falcor, and it is one of the most amazing, awesome prints and pieces of art I have ever seen. And now, because I've talked about it, guys, all right, so now that I am thinking about it, I have to share it. No, we don't want to link to that. How about... not that. How about this? We'll find it. We'll get there. Tim Burton was a concept artist. Oh, I did not know that. Oh no, see, Loader, the idea is two completely different random ideas. Now, guys, what do you think of that? Check out that link. Tell me what you think. Because it is that damn amazing. Now, let's go get... with the... let's try the twin steer. Let's see how frustratingly difficult the twin steer is going to be to obtain some stuff. Yep, Randy the Macho Man Savage riding Falcor. It is one of the coolest pieces of art, and I actually got a chance to meet the guy at the Connecticut Terrificon in 2019, and he's super friendly, super awesome, really great guy, and you can actually commission him to, yeah, so VT Outlaw, I'm gonna take a stab at it, and I'm gonna see just how bad we can do with this thing on this map. Because I have an idea of where I want to go, and I'm gonna see if the twin steer can handle it. Because we need to get metal beams, and to get metal beams, we need those metal rolls. But yeah, he, if you commission a piece of art through that guy, so it's two completely random selected ideas, and he kind of melds them together. So I bought from him an art print of Lemmy from Motorhead. Mix the ready-to-go Death Wish with Coke. Raging Cager is hilarious. Yeah, there's some funny stuff. He's got a fantastic website. And I bought Lemmy from Motorhead riding a sandworm from Dune. And that one is cool. It is so cool. I still don't have a frame for it, because it's kind of an odd-sized print. Oop, oop, oop. All right. We're just gonna live dangerously with this truck. That's what that's how we're gonna play it. And I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. Yes, Randy Macho Man Savage and Falcor. It would be interesting, that's for sure. Okay. Oop. Suspension damage, tire damage. We're alright, though. Are we alright? We're kind of okay. Alright, so let's just get the stuff first, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna get back or over to the steel mill. It is not a framed Guy Fieri photo. Somebody thought... No, I didn't meet him. I met an artist who made the print. The artist who actually created a print of Randy Macho Man Savage riding Falcor. And the guy was local, and then he moved to Rhode Island, so he's really only one state away to the south. Super nice guy. He's got some great social media channels too, so. But, yeah, I bought a print of Lemmy riding a sandworm from Dune. No. It's sad I didn't realize Falkor was a dragon. I haven't seen the movie in over 20 years. Time for a rewatch. And you know what? One of these days, I absolutely would be up for doing some kind of watch party. Because I have the capability... Oh, crap. That's more suspension damage and tire damage. I have the capability of hosting a watch party. In line on a third Nagel print for your collection. The Last Unicorn. That was a messed up. Spare parts. Metal rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is going to be enough to get us... Oh, we're actually doing really good on fuel, too. Stop engine. Let's take a look at our route to get us to the steel mill. Because we still might have to drop down over there, and then... Oh. Then we'll have to loop up around there. Or what happens if we kind of take it through there and up? There is no easy way to the steel mill. And this is unfortunate. Because there's that giant tree that's down across the path right there. I don't think I could even make it up there. So. Yeah, let's figure this out. Who did Duran Duran album covers. Okay. So, The Last Unicorn was a very interesting, and it was done in a lot of the same like art style, or it felt very similar to the Hobbit, the animated Hobbit. 1,200 of each of his prints, so they're pretty rare then. So that's kind of cool. Huh. All right, how are we going to do this? Think. No easy way. I wish this bridge was built right here, and then we could actually have a better shot across here. Because this isn't bad to get there, but then we have to get there. And then we'll have to go back. Oh, this is brutal. The vulture with the big boobs. Yes, Christopher Lee and Mia Farrow. Description says, The Last Unicorn teaches us life is not fair. People are flawed, and we don't always get what we want. Yes, it is a life lesson that we all should have taken account of, like, 30 years sooner. So, that was a thing. I kind of think, actually... So, if we do bridge to the warehouse, we'll actually be in better shape. Yeah, because that'll allow us that. Let's kind of... Let's see what the twin steer can do. Christopher Lee is one of the most interesting characters in a lot of movies and media and everything else. The guy has done a ton. And I believe he was actually the basis for the 007 character that Ian Fleming, based everything off of. Because Christopher Lee was some kind of special operative. He also was in a heavy metal band, and he was in some huge variety of movies. Lord of the Rings notwithstanding. And actually, here's another one. Speaking of movies. Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit? Which one do you guys lean towards? The 3 books over 3 movies, or the 3 movies over 1 book? Thorin Oakenshield. All right there, Dwarfy McDwarf Pants. Let's see. Yep. Right over there. Right where my tire tracks are. Exactly. Yeah, his IMDb goes back very far. You weren't a fan of Lord of the Rings? We're talking about the big budget Peter, what's his face, productions. So the big movies that were in the theaters. Not any, fancy director's cuts or the movies that showed up in the theaters that the majority of people ended up actually watching. I liked Lord of the Rings. It wasn't really my favorite movie. The Hobbit was okay. But you get a lot of dwarves who were just... A lot of the dwarves were just window dressing. Always preferred The Hobbit. Alright, so don't fall in. Don't fall in. Don't fall in. Didn't fall in. Alright. Hopefully we don't fall in over here either with ice breaking underneath. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's the only thing about off-road tires on ice. We don't exactly have the best of reaction while driving. Okay. So, last little bit to cross. So we'll refuel, and we should actually bring a repair truck down as well. Refuel. Oh, okay, so we have to have the thing running. Fuel. Okay, so we'll refuel that. We'll grab a repair trailer. We'll bring it down. Really wanted to like the Aragon movie because you love the entire Inheritance Cycle series by Christopher Poloni, but the movie was kind of so-so. You know, it's interesting. The actors in Aragon were that was a jump-off point for a lot of those actors who showed up in that movie. And you're right, it wasn't a bad movie, but it was missing something. It didn't have you've watched all of them consecutively. That's hard for you to choose though, but I will watch either of the animated movies anytime. You know what? I like the old animated movies too. I do like those. It would be hard to just say, all right, I like this one most of all. But and I say that as I'm fumbling about to get a truck to throw a repair body on, to bring down. Actually, you know what? Thoughts here for a moment. Let's go to Scouts. Okay. Scout vehicles. There it is. Caterin. I think... we have... Yes, we have a custom paint. What the hell? Oh my god! Oh, guys! Look at this! Look at this! Look at the vinyl wrap on the Tatarin TUZ 420. It looks like a giant alligator. This is cool. I had no... See, I haven't gone through to check and see all of the DLs because we got so many skins for these vehicles. It was incredible. And I lost track of how many different skins that we got for a lot of these vehicles. It'd be, kind of cool if this truck could actually mount chain tires on it. But this thing was primarily built for simply going through the mud. So let's see how it does through some of this deep snow and mud. And honestly, I felt like this truck was cheating on the majority of the Russia maps at the very end. So, favorite creature feature. Does critters count? Critters were creatures. Could. I don't know. That was a weird movie. That was a hell of a weird movie. I think technically critters would be. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, so let's get this little fella. Oh, look at that. There's some broken ice right over there. So. Ooh. Oh, that's breakable ice. Okay, so let's see if we can repair this. This thing's actually really quite robust right here. Gaztron. When you were a kid, you loved Westworld with, crap, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy who was the evil cowboy. Yul Brynner. Yul Brynner. Thank you very much. See? It's all up in here, but there's so much. And my brain hurts still that we got to go through. Lots of things. Okay, so repair. Use the roof rack to repair the twin steer. Okay. Alright, so that's repaired. The only thing I really don't like is you're unable to repair tires that have been damaged. Or no, wait. Nope. Wrong truck. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. So... 280, 50... Actually, did it repair the tires? No, it didn't. So... Okay, we have at least a spare tire, which is good, because that tire is on its last leg. Logan's Run was okay. You really want a 1978 Ferrari 308 GTB? I mean, who wouldn't? I'm, you know, as far as like exotic mid-engine stuff goes, a De Tomaso Pantera, or, you know, a Ford GT40, and it's incredible the prices on some cars, and how most cars nowadays, if people tend to think of them as a collectible, they really aren't. But, yeah, Magnum PI. And it had to be the Targa top because he couldn't fit his giant cranium underneath the roof line of that car. And, Loader, as I was saying about repairing the tires, you can't replace the tire until it is fully popped. So you can't simply just repair it and then let it fly. You gotta wait till it's completely blown off the wheel and then replace it with the spare. So that's sort of where I was going with that. Okay, so far this thing's... You know, I love the twin steer. I love the twin steer. And then eventually we will make it back up the other path to see about the blocked area going to the quarry. .007 in the Toyota. What about the Lotus? The underwater submarine Lotus. Okay, nope. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make this. We're gonna get this. Have a few pictures of a white Pantera at a car show. Yeah, there is a couple of Panteras that actually run around at some of the local car shows around here. Give you the car they made Chitty Chitty Bang Bang out of. Okay. No problem. I mean, if you want to. That's all you. Alright, so what do we want to do here about... Okay, so let's kind of re-examine our route here. We gotta go all the way here, here, and then we go up this way. And conveniently enough, we left a truck with a crane. Joe! So nice to see you. Tremors. Oh, that's a great movie. Tremors is an awesome movie. With what's his name from Family Ties. The dad from Family Ties. As what is his name? Bert. And Reba McEntire. Alright. It's because we're high-sided here. Things are alright. You like the Lotus Esprit, but you can't see out of it, even forward. The A-pillars are in the way, and the windshield is very small. William Sterling, if you... Yes, Michael Gross. Thank you very much. If you actually sat in a 2010 Camaro and tried to see out of that thing, you'd also experience probably claustrophobia. Because they have horrible sight lines. They have window slits for basically driver and passenger windows, and you can't see out of the back. But Joe, to answer your question, I banged out of work early today, and I got a seriously late start to crapola. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like driving a tank with... You're right. You're very right. Okay, how are we going to rectify this? But yeah, Joe, I banged out of work early, about 1:30. I came home, and I tried to sleep, but I couldn't because I was utterly exhausted. Yesterday was shot number 2. I'm very tired. I have a headache, and I feel generally like poop. Like a walking human Mr. Hanky. But that's neither here nor there. You know, I am, and realistically, I just should have just simply said to hell with it and not worried about going in, but... VT Outlaw, you are 100% correct, because we hit that little bump just so wrong, and, yeah. So now, we can do something like... Let's see, actually... So our garage is there, and to get to there, it's not too bad. Or we send this guy from here over to here. You know what? Because we don't have enough trucks on the map, let's send out another one. Let's find something else that we can throw a crane on and send it out to have some fun. Boron? International Pay Star 5070. You're really close to the trailer for the task at the warehouse. Am I? That's a good point. You know, it's interesting, too. I could put, actually, a loading arm, I think, on... Can I put a loading arm? No, I could put it on the Navistar, that's right. You know what? We haven't used an Azov 5319 in a really long time. Also, what on earth? What in the syphilitic dementia do we have going here? I don't know what's going on. All you need is wood. That's what that says on the front of it. All you need is wood. And it's got a picture of... I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say, yeah, it's a beaver with a hatchet. Or an axe. Well, you know, we instantly have to, we have to drive that one. So let's see how this thing does going out there. Because... Oh, wait. That's right, we were looking at... Trailer for... Oh, yeah! It's over there. Warehouse trouble. So, yeah, we could technically kind of scoot over there, grab that. But we will have the Azov right over there. You have its... Which one? Loader, I have everything. I have absolutely everything in this game. Why would you ask such a question, sir? It takes me forever to scroll through my truck list. Of course I have whatever it is you're looking for. Alright. So, it's, oh, and we've got fuel that's nearby. That's kind of a bonus. See, here's the thing. I don't like the crane trucks that have the outriggers sticking out way too far. Okay, the other one with the giant cab and very low ground clearance up front. So... You mean... If I can ever scroll down to it. This guy. Ugh, what do I have in my eyeball? My eyeballs even hurt right now. Okay. This has... Ooh! Ooh, I like this. Like a giant serpent. Okay, that's kind of cool. The only thing is, this truck has a horrible ground clearance issue. Come on. Map? Oh, come on. Doing. E319. There we go. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So, they had actually gone and changed the Kolobs and that Azov 73210 to make it so that the hit detection wasn't as bad on the front chin. Because I remember you would be driving down a flat piece of road. So you'd be driving down actually a paved road or a dirt road, and your truck would constantly stop and dig in and kind of do this little stutter step as it was going along. And it was miserable. I have not found the newer truck yet. I am still primarily on this first map. I did, however, unlock the gateway to Northern Aegis installation. So I don't know if it's Northern Aegis installation or the other one, the Cosmodrome, that the new truck is on. And we're just going to wing it. So if we come across it, we come across it. So we're just gonna, you know, we're just totally gonna wing it. Gonna have fun, crash around, and simply enjoy things. And I say simply enjoy things after having a 4.5-hour stream and simply getting 2 things done last night. Fully aware of that. And I don't think we're going to go nearly that long tonight. Though that's the new Zix. So that is one of the things that I do know that is lurking out there somewhere is a new Zix. And it's supposed to be some giant monstrosity that gives the Kolobs a run for their money. And I used to never use the Kolobs, but they came in real handy with hauling around the larger trailers, so the 8-slot trailers. In when you realistically started in like the Yukon to start hauling giant amounts of cargo. Also, these rocks are really starting to bump me out. Of course, there's no winch point available. Are you kidding me? We're already beached? Unacceptable. The new truck is a beast, yeah. So once I beat all of the maps for year 1 to play hard mode, I would, but it's effectively just more... It's a lot more busy work, I think. Just doing that. Everything just simply takes more time to get done. And I mean, I have no problem not recovering vehicles or, you know, using trailers that are there and provided for me and stuff like that. It's no big thing. It just takes more time. Yeah, well, you have to pay for repairs, yeah. NBD. NBD! We can make it work. We'll see where we go, because something tells me these maps are going to take a considerable amount of time. And also, we have a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla to still get to. Alright. I'm just going to shove you, Azov. I'm going to shove you. I'm going to shove you up this hill. Change truck. Azov. I swear. Are we hung up on something again? I mean, what is the deal here? I don't even know what we're hung up on. Yeah. I like being able to turn the engine on and off. Let's see. Change truck. Buzz. Change truck. Back to the Azov. Do it again. Oh, I know. I'm quite well aware of that loader. It always finds its way underneath the center of the truck, without fail. And it doesn't help that I have outriggers from a crane that are sticking through, and I don't have any trees that I can winch off of. So there isn't a whole hell of a lot I have for options at the moment. Because when I get stuck, every time it's a rock underneath the truck. Every time. Oh my god. This map is very rocky. And Mandra was very rocky as well. Lake Cove had a lot of rocks in it. Lake Cove, however, had redeeming qualities where it was just beautiful at night. And it would be interesting to actually have some kind of cool stuff here like that, because the nights come quickly here, and they hang around for a long time. Yeah, well, that's the thing, like, you try to get off the rock underneath, and you try to move back and forth, and it's stuck underneath of you, so you can't get from on top of the rock, and it's just a damn miserable situation. Hopefully, I can get this thing near the twin steer, get it corrected, get it loaded back up again. And let's bounce. There we go. And then just sail over the rocks that way. Or at least try to. Yeah, I hate these outriggers on these crane trucks. They're absolutely miserable. Drive from here. So attach winch from there. And of course, we're not close enough. There we go. There we go. All right. So now, catch winch. Yeah, right there. Now pull the truck over, please, instead of just dragging it along the ground. Of course, it's just going to drag it along the ground. Attach winch to the front. Right there. And survey says back on all 8 tires, or however many this damn ridiculousness has. Now, let's load the truck back up. And be on our merry way once again. Oh, this is awful. Okay. But we're making progress, though. So if you get no sleep, is it a day off work Friday? You know, I want to hope that I can actually sleep tonight. And I don't know how it's going to go, really. Crane mode, outriggers. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna play it by ear, and I'm gonna see if I can actually get sleep tonight, because a lot of times, if I'm exhausted, or if I've got like the flu or something like that, where my whole body aches and I'm just physically drained completely, it's very difficult to sleep. And even if I try to like kick back in a comfortable spot during the day, it's rough. You might call in tomorrow. Norman? I wouldn't say no. Yeah. Oh, that's... So, Norman, what night is that? And my boss knows that I went and got the shot yesterday, and he knows that I was a hurting puppy earlier today at work. So that is tomorrow night. Oh, Norman, you're gonna... And you get the VIP meet and greet, right? I still think it was awesome watching Joker and his kid live up on stage there. That was so cool. You know, Waylon is an awesome dude, and he's such a friendly guy. Well, yeah, that night, Joker actually shot me a message. Waylon was playing the PlayStation, and he was gaming somewhere, and he was, I think, backstage, and he was just hanging out with Joker, and they were backstage somewhere, and he shot me a video, and it was just him recording Waylon playing video games, and he goes, "Say hi to Storm of Iron." So Waylon kind of does a double tape. Huh? Say hi to Storm. I'm videotaping you. And he just goes, woo, throws up the horns, and it was pretty funny. It was actually really funny. All right, drop that there. Joker's funny. Joker's a good dude. Waylon's a good dude. You know, it's pretty cool, the circles that we travel in here and all of the different people that we meet and come across. We're lucky that we've got some really decent folks. Okay. Yeah, we're really lucky that we've got some really, really decent people. And we don't travel in circles of people who you've got screechy loud streamers, and you've got just all kinds of people who are, yeah, not super fun to be around. Yeah, exactly, Relic. We have a fantastic community. And I say that about Waylon's community. I also say that about Gigi Edgley's community, because I met a ton of people there. And they all want me to go to Dragon Con in Alaska. So, not Alaska, Atlanta. That's where my brain is all kinds of messed up right now. Dragon Con in Atlanta. They want me to go to, which is in beginning of September, right around Labor Day. And I'm considering it. I am considering it. But I've never been on a plane before, so small steps, I guess. Okay, now let us continue on our journey in this twin steer. Also, I may grab some Tylenol at some point because my head is really hurting. Also, if this truck dumps over within a very short amount of time, take a train. You know what? I've never actually, other than like the T in Boston, I don't think I've ever taken like Amtrak somewhere. So let's see. Alaska, Atlanta, Mylanta, Relic, same thing. So with it being, well, my second shot was yesterday, so I am going to be vaccinated in plenty of time, I believe, to be able to go. So, all right. So let's see, Boston to Atlanta by train, because I know Boston to Atlanta, holy crap. Okay, it's not that expensive. There are 2 daily trains from Boston to Atlanta. Traveling by train from Boston to Atlanta usually takes around 23 hours and 33 minutes, but the fastest Amtrak train can make the trip in 22 hours and 58 minutes. The ticket for that is $142, which actually is not a bad price. So the distance is 936 miles. Now, I did the math, and if I were to drive my Camaro from where I am to Atlanta, Georgia, it would be 1,000 miles, and I would probably be in the neighborhood of $500 in fuel for a round trip. The airfares I've seen are around $200. So I'm thinking I may have to just bite the bullet and book a flight and kind of like not think about it until it's right on top of me, and then panic, and then just throw a whole bunch of stuff together and hop on a flight somehow, or at least like figure it out on the fly. Yeah, you know, Joe, I would really like to go to Dragon Con too. It's the distance for me, and just being that I've got my own little quirks when it comes to traveling. Relic, you're fired. You are fired. Relic, I swear, dude. I swear. You're oh my god. Oh my god. Also, this is really deep snow, and laughing like that has made my head hurt. So, Norman, when you see Waylon tomorrow night, you will have to tell him hello from those of us who can't make it. because that would be awesome. All right, Sasquatch, no problem. Oh my god. Oh my god. That'll be great, and it is appreciated. Because, like Relic said, we've got a hell of a community. And all of these little offshoots that we continue to create, where somebody decides to start streaming, or if, you know, we're all in another channel watching something cool and different. And it's awesome, and it's fun. And I really just enjoy hanging out with y'all. Because I would be playing video games regularly, normally. This is what I would be doing. I would be sitting here when I get home from work, and I would be playing video games. And maybe it would be a multiplayer, and maybe a couple of friends would be around. But it's better like this, because I get to hang out with everybody. I get to talk to everybody. We get to have a good time and just goof around and have fun, because it's all about having fun, and it's all about just kicking back, relaxing, just chilling out about everything, and getting stuck on trees that decided to lay themselves across the path that we're supposed to go to, even though we have giant trucks that are hundreds of thousands of dollars to purchase and equip and use. We can't have a chainsaw in the cab. We can't have a chainsaw. Okay. Little bit of no forward momentum. Oh, there we go. This snow is some hellish. No! 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 Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But you know what? We didn't tip the truck over. I'm going to count this as a small win. Thank you very much. A very, very small win. So now, how close are we? So we've got this truck there. So let's see about getting this guy over there, but then we've also got the Brigadier who is here. And what else do we got? We've got a crane truck here. We've got the Caterpillar. But then we could also potentially go after this if we indeed brought a different off-road truck like this guy over. Okay. 5319 it is. And we may have to refuel this bad boy. But we've got the Caterpillar 745C, and we've also got the Caterpillar CT681 with a fuel tank as well. So we have options. We have options. Also, I'm still really sweaty right now. Kinda... I don't know if it's like fevery sweaty, but it's something. Who knows? Maybe I do have a fever. I don't know. I'm not gonna check because I'm not gonna bother looking. Because what's the sense? I just feel like crap. So. Reckless Abandon. Thank you very much for the follow. as you can see, we're knee deep in it right now, and we are so knee deep in it. We are bringing our crane truck over to our twin steer yet again, because this is the second time we've lost our cargo. But if there is any good news with this, we did not, in fact, dump the truck over on its side. We only entered such an extreme angle that we lost the cargo. And that would not have happened had we a trailer or a truck with a sideboard bed. We would have contained the cargo. So I don't know what's worse. Also, we've only got 26 liters of fuel. So we might be driving the Caterpillar. We might actually just go get the 745C just to haul this thing over here anyways. Because it's also got fuel. So, Norman, and for those other ones who are familiar with our mutual friend, Waylon Revis of A Killer's Confession, what's your guys' favorite song right now? Like, are you digging the new stuff, or do you still have a favorite that's one of the older ones? But yeah, Gastron, definitely I will. Yeah, because these are the listed regular side effects of everything. So if I am like bedridden, then I will probably make a call. So we'll see where it goes. Oh, we're running out of fuel. That's why we're not moving forward. We actually were doing pretty good until we weren't. Okay, let's take the big boy and go out and play. Favorite AKC song, because he's got a lot of music that we could consider Waylon's song. God, I love this thing. This thing is so much fun. This thing is just obnoxious how it simply plods along trail. It's slow as molasses, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, wait a minute. We never accepted that one. Oh, we can get rewarded with a, promised you a good lead, so listen. There is a car at the bottom of the ravine here. It's been there a while, but it looks okay. Tow it out, and we'll see what we can do with it. Bottom of the ravine where? Let's find where the bottom of the ravine is. Treasure hunter? An SUV in the... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Huh. I wonder... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Relic. That's definitely what I'm saying. Also, I'm hoping that we are able to simply hit that thing with a with a crane. Truck with crane is recommended. Okay. But it's right next to the garage. You know, I might be feeling froggy in a little bit too. William Sterling, the more I read about the Friends reunion special, the less I want to see it. Justin Bieber, really? This sounds worse than the Brady Bunch specials. Oh, dude. Your anger and frustration is palpable, good sir. Norman, I'm not sure what's going on with your Wi-Fi. Is there perhaps a gremlin in the system? Also, my teeth and eyeballs hurt. So it's just like my head is... Yeah. I really enjoy this truck. This thing is just so cool. I buffer more than I move forward. Everybody else is good though, right? I don't... I'm gonna pop over to GG Stream, have fun, and hope you're feeling better tomorrow. Joe, thank you very much, and thank you for coming by and hanging out. I'm probably gonna be at this for a little bit longer. Most likely, we're not gonna be going past 9 o'clock tonight. So, thank you again, and I really appreciate it. The old lady is 1080p. Both kids live. Angel on the outside. Mine is put on the spot. Shore or Light to Darkness was great. Huge fan of Morgan's work in that damn song. Yeah. And Joe, I always appreciate hanging out with you as well. I appreciate hanging out with everybody. So that's where I'm at. That's where my, you know, that's where my failing brain meats are at right now. Also, guys, I don't know if you saw the new notifications. But they look pretty cool. I think they look pretty cool. The new notifications were neat. Like, say we take this one from yesterday, from Norman. How awesome is that, guys? Is that not cool or what? Plus, it's kind of neat the ability to actually like replay them, which is sort of fun. Alright, let's. You know, I really parked in an awful spot, and I should probably feel bad because I've done it to myself. Oh, I've done it to myself. How about we actually turn a little? The subtle tones of the backup beeper. We'll make it through with the big guy. So where is my crane truck? Somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's just over there. Alright. So now, let's see if we can actually make it across this branch. Oh, yeah. That's right. There we go. The big guy all the way across, just like that. That was cool. Okay. Now let's refuel, and let's hope that we actually have fuel. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of fuel. Okay. Back to the Azov. And back to making some forward progress. Oh yeah, Norman, I replayed the notification because yours was handy and right there. and I kind of wanted to show off the really cool new notification alert. That's the word I'm looking for. Notification alert. It looks pretty cool, though, doesn't it? And don't worry, it doesn't, like, go charge me again or something. It just replays the notification. Yeah, that'd be funny if I just spammed the button. Okay, so if you looked at... So are you watching now? Because I will replay it now because it's pretty damn cool. Because I want somebody other than myself to be impressed by it. All right. How cool is that? You have to tell me that's pretty damn awesome. Also water. Drink lots of water. I think it's neat, personally. But that's me. Okay, so... how do we want to approach this? Because apparently I don't want to turn. Right? Isn't that cool? That's new. We changed things up a little bit. Ooh. Fading in and out right there. But yeah, we changed things up a little bit. I wanted to make things look sort of neat for you guys. I want to make things a little bit better than what it was before. Also, I think I'm still tasting chicken because I had a Caesar wrap earlier. And I got a Caesar wrap before I left work. And basically just ate a Caesar wrap while curled up in my bed, just holding my Caesar wrap, just nibbling my Caesar wrap. Just, yeah. Just because that's how wonderful I feel. Right. I feel so good about everything that I'm just gonna clutch my Caesar wrap tightly, like it's a teddy bear, and then just sit there and have my Caesar wrap. Yeah, Norman, it's the little things. It's the little things. Because I want, as much as I enjoy just gaming and talking to everybody and hanging out with everybody, because it's what we're doing. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. I also want to make it at least look kind of cool for everybody and make it a neat place to be. So if fun things happen, yeah, the little things. I have such a headache right now. Yeah, so I'll go till whenever. I'll go till whenever I'm going till, and then I'll go and I'll get some Tylenol. The unfortunate thing is I am working on Saturday, and I just want to have a good night's sleep, and I want to be better for Saturday. Pack cargo. Perfect. Let us continue on our merry way. J. Stew? What the hell is that? A lead trail? Actually, J. Stew, if you notice, go coat some firearms, but you will be listening. Fantastic. Appreciate it. J. Stew, if you spam emotes now in the channel, they kind of have a tendency to bounce around the screen. Not sure if you noticed. But we get new things that happen. New different things that happen. like the goofy little new things that we put in play. Cool. Cool. So, like, if we do something like this. Exactly. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. It's not... Okay, wait a minute. It's not doing the thing that it's supposed to be doing. It is supposed to be doing a different thing. Let's see. I know there's a thing here, and I forget where the option for the thing is. It is widget. All widgets. Alert box, chat box, emote wall. Okay, nope. All right. Now we should now give it a try. There we go. There we go. I don't know why it reset itself. That is very unusual. But, I mean, now we're pretty good. Now we're good. We got it, we got it, we got it. And carrying on and carrying forward. I just hope that we don't catch a rock under the wheel and it throws us. Because that would be unfortunate. That would be really unfortunate. Yeah, I had to go in and I had to change the options there. But yeah, Norman, if you spam any of the emotes or any of the emotes you get for being a sub to the channel, they will bounce around on screen like that. And it's kind of neat. It's kind of goofy. But it's sort of fun. You know what? Let's go real slow through here. Because we don't want to bounce and we don't want to lose the cargo again. And here's the thing, the Twin Steer has the most rigid frame of any of these trucks. So it just... If it twists up front, it twists out back. All right, let's keep going. I really hope that we can make some steel beams out of this stuff. I have no idea how we're going to get the steel beams back to the bridge, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it? Huh? I know, that's horrible. And I should feel bad for saying something like that. And this is where I lost the cargo. How many times? Twice, I think? Oh yeah. We're almost there though. We are so close. Cross that bridge when we build it. Yep. Basically, we just need those two metal beams, and we will create a significant shortcut And I'm sort of up in the air as to which bridge I want to build first. Because either one gives us a different advantage. So, not 100% sure. Okay, will do. I don't know what's up with my Wi-Fi on my phone, but it's not cooperating. Those are good. Those are really good. That's a small jar, though. I love those things. Peanut butter filled pretzels are just... if there's one thing that you could, like, exist off of, it would probably be peanut butter filled pretzels. Right on the display in the front. Gotcha. That's cool, though. He likes them. He really likes them. We sat here eating them one day, and he was just chowing down on them. Totally loved them. I haven't gotten them for a while, and I should actually realistically restock because he does like them so much. All right. So, let's get into the... Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, like, when you got a kid, and he's trying to be nice, and he has a thing, like, say, a peanut butter cover, or a peanut butter filled pretzel, and he's got it in his mouth, but then he offers it to you, and then that happens. Good times. Good times. Okay, so 2 metal beams. 2 metal beams, and we're almost out of fuel. Yeah. When a small human person offers you a soggy food item that has previously been in his mouth, you gotta kind of accept it. I mean, that's sort of the rule, I think. Wouldn't you say? All I want to do is just this one bridge. I want to build one bridge. And I kind of think... So, Sasquatch, this tip of yours, how much does it change things? Also, I'm really wondering if I could simply just... What's that? That looks like a... I don't know. 100% it would change things? Is it a path I am using or a contract I need to undertake to unlock something? Here, down here, across here. But then... Yeah, see, there's just no easy way to get from point A to point B. It's a task. And it's a task that will open up access to something. So you're so lost on this game, you can't get out of the garage? Oh, that's easy. Norman, like I said, I will give you as many hints, tips, and pointers that you could use because I love this game. Which particular task do we have to engage in? The bridge to the island. What's that one? That's metal beams and surface spare parts again. But see, it's getting the stuff from there to there. The one I encountered entering the warehouse. So you mean cargo cult over here. Not cargo cult. The one entering the warehouse. Oh, warehouse trouble. Warehouse. Oh! Warehouse trouble. Because that gives me access. So, okay. So this guy here needs to go to this over here. Okay. Okay. It gives me access to the location. Okay. Alright, so we're going to let that sit up there. And because we have the Azov... And what else do we have over here? We're going to track this one. So we've got that crane truck. And then we've got the Brigadier right here. Which... You know what? Let's do some fun stuff. Yeah. So it gives me access to the location, and chances are that's another spot to obtain stuff. Alright, I'm going to go check this out right here. And I'm going to see about maybe skating my way down there. But let's find out. Let's see what it does. We're already hung up on the sign. Man. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because we're going to use the Brigadier. We've got half a tank of fuel. And it recommends an off-road truck. So this is as close to an off-road truck as we can get. This may clear the way for the twin steer over this way, so we'll see what happens. And even if we make it down to the bottom and we flip over turtle side up, let's see what we can make happen from here. Okay, horrible idea, but you know what? Crap. Crap. Okay. So. All right. We're going to attach this guy. And the fortunate thing is we didn't take a lot of damage. Ah, crap. Engine stalled. So, that may not be the... May not be the hero's welcome that we wanted. Alright. So. Azov, 5319. Restore your crane. Alright. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, because I need to... I think I need to... Well, I might be able to drag the thing with the cat, but I don't... You know, I think I'll be able to turn it in that way, too, actually. That's right. We'll make it work. We will make it work. Mike Rowe works. Dirty job, man. That show was great. Discovery Channel had some of the best programming at one point in time. And now I don't know where the old Discovery Channel went to. The old Discovery Channel has apparently gone by the wayside. You know what? Caterpillar. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Let's see. We'll see if we can. So, William Sterling, needless to say, you're between a rock and a hard place. Exactly, J. Stu. Exactly. You are 100% correct. I miss some of the technical aspects of Orange County Choppers as much as the manufactured drama was very irritating. I don't like shows that have manufactured drama. Like, if we don't meet this deadline, we will lose the shop. They'll be out of business completely. Or, you know, for real. It's like, what company or business puts all of their eggs in one basket like that and then goes on a show and sits there and crows about the fact that you're going to lose the business if you don't deliver one single product at a exaggerated time that someone misquoted for television drama. I don't like it. I don't buy it. It's one of the reasons why I absolutely can't stand Richard Rawlings and Gas Monkey Garage. The products they turn out, sure, cool, awesome. The exaggerated drama, irritating as hell. Monster House, yeah, I think there was one of those as well. Alright, so we've got here... task, okay. Now, what is going to be our best method? think this way? Maybe? Because I don't think I can get up over there. Yeah, this is going to be... Finnegan was in Cletus's new video with his C8. No, I don't want to be famous. Thank you very much. Sorry about that, guys. Making bad stuff go away because it's dumb. Alright. I think this is kind of the best way to do this, at least to get it over here. There we go. Okay, so we are luckily attached to, back towards the garage and the path you took initially to the warehouse. Okay. Spamaroonie. We are absolutely getting famous, General Norman. And not the good kind that comes in a tin can. Is there any kind of good spam that comes in a tin can? I mean, I ask you. So, let's see. So don't go that way, but kind of loop back around this way. And head on out this way, up over, back around. Okay. Gonna kind of this sort of thing. And then we've got our support trucks that are actually dotted around the locations and areas and stuff as well. Yeah, that guy's there. He's over there. So we can actually transition over to... If you fry spam, it's... So what does fried spam taste like? You eat... J-Stew, you eat Vienna sausages because they're roughly the same size as your fingers, for crying out loud. They're like little tiny cocktail wieners. Sean Bergen, we're doing okay tonight. We are still in the Urska River in Amur, Russian Federation, and we are trying to recover... So we've got a twin steer up here with 2 steel beams on the back of the twin steer, which we kind of think we're going to use to repair at least one of these bridges. Tastes like fried bologna. I never liked bologna. Bologna was one of the one singular lunch meats I did not like. Bologna had a... Like, I'll eat salami and I'll eat ham, but I think if you add both of them together and, like, mix it up with some sawdust, it tastes like bologna. So, as I was saying, Sean Bergen, we are recovering this trailer and trying to get this trailer all the way back over to this warehouse, because we've actually made it to the warehouse. Drop it in a skillet, but it's better than bologna when it's fried. Bring a regular truck for cargo and one for recovery, like fuel and repairs. Yes. Yes. We have been doing... Oh, crap. I just disconnected the damn trailer. Okay. Attach winch again. We have been... There we go. We have been all about this. We have been doing a lot of stuff, and it's been very interesting so far. We managed to get to the warehouse once, and we got some material to repair one rock slide. Exactly one rock slide. Yesterday, we were at this for a considerable amount of time. According to my stream, Trav922, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, this map is rather hellish. We've had a time we going through the trees? Yeah, I think we're going. No, you know what? We're not gonna go through the trees that way. We're gonna back up a little bit, and we're gonna go the way that we know how to go over here, and have less of a chance of getting stuck. That's awesome. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Because here we are. I am Storm of Iron, and this is SnowRunner. This is the Phase 4. We're in Amur, Russia. At the what is it? Urska River. And, yeah. Well, that's where we went through. Is that where we went through? Kind of. All right, we still get the trailer on the back. That was, I had quickly thought, yeah, some daylight would be nice. It is incredible how quickly night falls on this map. Yeah, we started Phase 4 the day it came out. Off-Road Gamer, how are you? We started Phase 4 the day it came out, so we packed up all of our stuff in Wisconsin and transported it over to the garage. We got all of the new trucks, all of the new DLC trucks, and the only truck that we have yet to find, because I don't believe it's on this first map right now, because we've uncovered the majority of the first map, is the new Zix, the giant off-road behemoth that is the new Zix. So that's okay, though. We have access to the Aegis satellite site, and we need to unlock access to the Cosmodrome. And every time I say Cosmodrome, it reminds me of Destiny, because they had specifically an area called the Cosmodrome. And I remember it quite fondly. The Zix is free, and you find it and unlock it in some of these, or one of these maps somewhere. My new favorite, so you've got the Con Sentinel, which is a scout, kind of like a crew cab pickup truck, with a lot of different add-ons and stuff that you can add to it. You've got the International HX 580, or is it the 480? You've got the GMC Brigadier 8000, and the Zix. Well, we will be here. We will be playing this. We were here for 4.5 hours last night because we had a very interesting adventure last night. We managed to get all of... You don't need to buy... So, Off-Road Gamer, did you buy the Year 1 Season Pass? Because if you bought the Year 1 Season Pass, it should have everything with it. And I believe Saber Interactive actually gave everybody access to the 4 DLC trucks as part of a free download or a 1-year anniversary kind of gift. And it's absolutely worth it. So even if you don't have the Season 1 pass, you should still have access to... Oh yeah, the Caterpillar CT681. I love the Caterpillar. The Caterpillar, you know, the CT680 was one of my early favorites, but now the CT681 is even beefier, and it's actually got a much better suspension system in it. Okay, now we're back on the path, so this is going to work out good. Yeah, it was the CT681 that I had forgotten about, because I knew there was 4 trucks. Con Sentinel, CT681, International 580, and then the Brigadier, and then the Zix. So there's 5 trucks. And runs with poo. How we doing? We are good. We actually, all things considered, we are as good as we can be. We went home early from work today because, man, Vaccine shot number 2, oops, which I got yesterday, totally kicked my butt. And I thought I was going to make it through the day. No, we were not making it through the day. We were not making it through the day at all. Also, it occurs to me as I slowly crawl over a lot of these rocks, I truly, honestly hope that I never end up taking this Caterpillar 745C and dumping it on its side, because I will never be able to recover it with pretty much anything that we have here. And I have everything. I have absolutely everything. But some of the new paint schemes are amazing. So the Azov 73210 has a new paint scheme. It looks like a snake. The Azov 5319 has a new paint scheme. And it's got a hippie bus kind of inspired paint scheme on the side with a beaver holding an axe and talking about wood. So take that as you will. And it's all like super hippie, colorful kind of stuff. Then the Tatarin, the TUZ 420, has an alligator paint scheme. And that one, I think, is honestly probably my favorite, hands down. And we'll pass it later on up here, because I used it to use the repair points and fuel. Okay, we're making progress. So now we're almost dropping down into the lake bed over here, so this will go a little bit quicker. The 5319, you think so? That's the one I threw the crane on, and I was having a little bit of issues over some of the rocks. It was really getting hung up on a lot of rocks. The true superhero on this map is probably the Caterpillar 745C. So, as far as upgrades and trucks go, I have everything. I have absolutely everything. And I've probably got $750,000 and most likely $3 million worth of other trucks. Oops. So usually we play truck darts here, and we usually wrap up the stream with truck darts, but because we've been going so long with the new DLC and the fact that truck darts takes a long time to reset. It's like bowling if you went down to the end of the lane every single time and reset all the pins by yourself. But I'll try to reset truck darts after the weekend. So we'll try to get back to that, because truck darts is a lot of fun and I have a blast with it. I've not gotten your permission. Well, Vlad, hello, how are you? It is so good to see you, my friend. Old Mill, Antarctic is great. Yes, you know what? I did try the Antarctic on this map, and because it's got the articulation just like this, it did well. Vlad, you've not been here a while. We've actually changed a bunch of stuff. We've got some cool new graphics, like up above here. We've got new notifications. We've got a bunch of cool new things that, oh, Sea of Thieves. You know what? I am kind of bummed that being a PlayStation player, we don't get Sea of Thieves. Like, I would actually have to put it on my laptop, which most likely would not run it. I need a good pirate game, and Relic and I were discussing the fact that Ubisoft pushed back their release of whatever pirate-themed game they were coming out with. And I hope it's for more polish, and I hope it actually does come out, and we don't get Anthem, if you will. And if anybody played Anthem, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because I was an idiot who pre-ordered Anthem and that didn't really pan out so well. One of the greatest takeaways from Anthem, though, there are some. The soundtrack to Anthem the game is a sci-fi masterpiece, where you have a game like Skyrim. Skyrim has an incredible soundtrack. All right, so here's our Tatarin with the alligator skin on it. So we'll just kind of slowly creep by him. And you can't really see it because it looks like it's frosty and sort of... We'll just give him a love rub. Sprayed some paint right there, as they would say in NASCAR. In the NASCARs. In the roundy round, go fast, turn left. But yeah, I'm super into all the new notification stuff that's up on the top. Oh yeah, we're breaking ice. So let's hug the coastline. And hopefully we don't get hung up on rocks. But we're close enough with this stuff, it'll be alright. With any little bit of luck. So, Vlad, what have you been up to, my man? Because I haven't had a chance to really get around into Discord. Also, here, check this out, because I like playing Norman's notification here. Check this out, all right? How awesome is that new notification? And also, right? And here's the other little, so if you're on your PC right now and you're not on mobile, and you look down below and you see all the panels down there, that's all been updated. So it kind of matches the theme up the top side there. And if we do a thing like this, bouncing emojis. All of the bouncing emojis. So I'm pretty happy with that kind of stuff. Alright, so I think it's time to actually trade off this trailer with something else. Because I don't want to potentially lose it trying to do these crossings over here. So let's try to use the range truck to the Caterpillar CT681. We use this bad boy because this truck is awesome and I love this truck. Mostly because I have the most vicious, brutal front bash guard of any truck that's... I mean, look at this thing. You don't want that in your rearview mirror. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Yeah, Mr. B. That's, you know, I heard the news about that the other day, and I reached out to Mama AKC, and I was like, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is really, really unfortunate. Because that was their baby. Mr. B. You know, I'm not like a cat guy or an animal guy or anything like that, but I'm also not a heartless douchebag. So I fully understand that the passing of an animal like that, their loved, treasured Mr. B, is hard. It's really hard. Ooh, that's some damage. And it sucks. And it's super awful because Mr. B was a cool cat. Mr. B was a super cool cat. Yeah, I guess he wasn't nearly as old as I had thought he was. Like, I have my tarantulas. I have 2 tarantulas. They are in terrariums right over there, 2 separate terrariums. Yeah, 10 months, and it was just, yeah, sucks. Absolutely sucks. I felt so bad, you know, because you get good people who care about, you know, critters and other people, and something like that happens, it sucks. It really does suck. Okay, let's try to cross again without taking an obscene amount of damage and not falling in the drink. All right. Good? I think we're good. So, we want to get up right there. That's where we want to head for. So the idea is to drop off this trailer, and we potentially gain access to a location. What's up, Off-Road Gamer? Yeah, it is unfortunate, Norman, because they were out on tour, and Mr. B passed away. Okay. Yeah. Alright. As long as we can make it up to the top of this, which we should, because there should be plenty of trees and stuff. And to hear how it happened too. I was talking to Joker the other morning about it, and we were both discussing it, and it was just, yeah, yep, like heartbroken. They were heartbroken. That was a member of their family, Mr. B. Yeah. So, one of Waylon's fans actually created a flag with the likeness of Mr. B on it and gave it to Waylon, which was really touching, actually. You know, because you got Waylon, who's a guy who, you know, super, super family guy. Well, yeah, let's, yeah, actually, it wasn't too bad, Sasquatch. I was surprised. I thought this thing was going to struggle a little bit, but even with the fuel tank on the back, it doesn't change the power to weight ratio at all. So, oh, there we go. Okay, warehouse trouble. That's it. Even the cargo looks intact. I owe you one. And you know, having a warehouse keeper in your debt is a good thing, right? Also, it occurs to me I should have taken this truck up here with cargo management. Let's see. So, wooden plank. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah. Cargo. We have the cargo. So, recover this guy, and let's find something to put... oh yeah, this is the other paint scheme on the Azov 73210. Which, that's cool. Raven Slayer! We're fantastic right now, actually. We're doing pretty good. Today, however, I did go home early, and I started my stream late because I had vaccine number 2 yesterday, and I was feeling very under the weather. So, not truck store, but truck storage. Joe, you're back! So good to see you. So now, we have to choose what truck we're going to use to haul the cargo over there. Yeah, Loader, it is one of the best truck wraps. It is one of the absolute best. So here's the thing. I can either take a semi-trailer over here, and yeah, I've got Raven Slayer. I have one hell of a headache and I ache all over. And I went to work today, and there was no way I was making things through today. So I did. There was yep, Tylenol they recommend. And mostly, like, I came home and I tried to go to sleep, but it just wasn't happening. Hey, wanted to wait until you asked, didn't really pay attention to that task, so I repaired all the bridges by taking metal rolls back and forth, and it was extremely time-consuming. Yes. You know, I was looking at that, and I was saying the exact same thing. And I believe this is going to be enough to really repair most of the stuff around here. So let's find a truck that we can use, and probably it's going to end up being... You know what? Actually, how about, where the hell is it, actually? I'm trying to find my, my truck. Is it an off-road truck? I forget. Not the Navistar, not the Kodiak, not the Voron Grad. A-Star, nope. Bandit, nope. Because we need something with at least multiple... Okay, there it is. Multiple cargo slots. Any cool paint schemes for this? No. So let's change the color up on this thing. There we go. We're going to use that color. And we're going to want some chain tires for this little adventure. We actually dragged a trailer back to the warehouse and managed to open up access to a lot of stuff at the warehouse. So, the low saddle, yep. Oh, we can actually put a loading crane on that? Okay. I love this truck. I was actually reading an article about this truck and all of the military versions of it. This is a hell of a truck. So, what we're going to want is a trailer with this truck. How about the... ramp flatbed, no. Sideboard semi. You know what? The sideboard semi, I think, gets stuck on the back of the truck. So, flatbed semi it is. Mom and I went hunting for another hydro pool to use that is consistently warm. We found one while we were late for Gigi's stream, because today we were doing your physical exercises at the heated hydro pool. You know what? That is the kind of exercise that I would actually probably do. Alright, so we don't have to worry about that trailer hanging up on the back of this truck. So, yeah, I was actually reading a really cool article on all kinds of upgunned military tractors, and it was actually pretty cool. Yeah, you're probably right, Sasquatch. The flatbed will most likely just be decent enough, and this way I can put the two steel beams on the trailer, and actually be able to maneuver this thing and just get to where it needs to go. I love this truck, though. I absolutely love this truck. And I'm really happy that they actually fixed the glitch that was in this truck from release. That took them probably until the release of Amandra to fix this truck. I love this truck. And it was a shame because if you were using, say, a PlayStation controller and you turned one direction and then you tapped in the same direction to kind of correct things, what would happen is the steering would immediately launch itself in a completely opposite direction. Also, we're apparently hung up on more garbage. Oh yeah, see, there it is. We're hung up on that branch that's right there, or that tree. But yeah, Sasquatch, this was one of the better trucks early on in the game, or just, it was a mountain goat. Like, this truck was an absolute mountain goat. It had plenty of power, and it would pretty much make both of the Dairy Longhorns look dumb. Alright, there we go. The only thing that is unfortunate about this truck is that it only has a 200-liter fuel tank. And it makes me think that I should not have... Wait, did I... Yeah, of course I did. So I actually had gotten rid of the fuel truck. Yeah, that's the thing, Sasquatch. I like... I know what I default to, but I also want to make it different because making it different makes it fun. Using different trucks, using different configurations. So, there we go. I've still got a headache. And as long as this thing doesn't fall in the ice, we're good. So, fingers crossed here. Alright. So we're going to try to repair some of those bridges, and eventually, we've got this other task that's up there, Treasure Hunter, which is an SUV in the bottom of a ravine. And I really hope that I'm going to be able... Oh, crap. I really hope I'm going to be able to use a crane truck to simply haul the thing out. This ice is terrifying, and I keep thinking that I am just going to go sploosh right on in. Alright, now this is where the short wheelbase might bite me. Nope. No, we're good. We are totally good. This truck is a little bit more bouncy, but... Hydrotherapy. What exactly is hydrotherapy? Because it sounds like, it sounds like a methodology out of, like a 1950s, like, asylum kind of thing. It would be cool if they added a blizzard in the mix. You know what? A blizzard, more than just simply this little bit of snow, would be cool. I want more dynamic, weather. Like weather that would actually affect things would be cool. You know, Ravenslayer, I certainly hope that things go awesome for you. And I really hope everything works out. My mom's actually going in for back surgery. Monday? I think Monday. Monday my mom's going in for back surgery. Something about, like, there's a fractured vertebrae, and they have to go in there and relieve the pressure on the spine and fix the vertebrae. So, and oh crap, I hate these damn concrete slabs right there. Yeah, she's had a rough go of things with, just from work to the knee replacement to basically multiple back surgeries. Oh, you know what? Let's actually see what we need to repair So we'll go bridge to warehouse first. So 2 metal beams, and then it'll be 2 service spare parts. Start tracking. Hydrotherapy is doing exercise in a heated pool that's waist deep in a rectangular shaped pool for people needing hydrotherapy to be able to exercise in the water. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but Norman, you typically hate everything, I thought. She's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. 2 metal beams. 2. And then, as the water relieves the pressure... Okay. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. And service spare parts. Do we get service spare parts here? No, we don't. We do over the other side. You had an occupational therapist come to your house. Biggest waste of time I ever had. She watched how your crippled ass does stuff. Well, I mean, I think you're, at this point, you're kind of set in your ways, right? Service spare parts. So we'll get 1 service spare part, so we'll kind of... Let's start with that, and then let us figure out how to get around... Maybe not. Maybe we should have gone the other way to get around the... Alright, we're good. Good. Now we're good. Swing it around. Throw it and drive. Well, Norman, I think you've got, like... Don't you have the Cadillac? Or even perhaps the Ferrari of prosthetics. Where are we going? To the left. She was supposed to help you. She just stood around. Ah! Damn it. I hate this concrete slab right there. That sort of bugs me. Alright. So we're going to make a couple of trips back and forth with this truck, and it's going to be fantastic. We're going to open up this stuff. This is a game changer right here. Sasquatch, this is a game changer, my friend. You never... Yours are base models. So it's the LS, not the LTZ, is what you're saying. So, it's cool. You never let not having feet slow you down. The statement in and of itself is perfect. Oh, dude, that's so funny. It's so funny. Alright, so that's the start of the bridge. I wonder what kind of bridge it's going to be. It'd be nice if we started making covered bridges. So we'll unload 1 piece of service spare parts from there. It also occurs to me that I should have taken another truck. So that this might have been slightly easier to accomplish. I'll tell you what, I'm going to back up this trailer. There, and then we'll just kind of, maybe not. Dr. Pepper. Now, Norman, you can only have that Dr. Pepper if you have enough for the whole class. Also, I know that Waylon does not like Dr. Pepper, but I like Dr. Pepper. I think Dr. Pepper is actually really good. And Waylon's just cranky about stuff like that. But then again, he's got a thing against the McRib, but that's neither here nor there. Alright, now we gotta go real slow across these concrete slab thingies so we don't become angry and blow apart our already clapped out suspension and tire. Because I don't think this truck actually has... Yeah, this truck does not have tires available to it. Or spare tires, I mean. 2 more metal beams. And service spare parts. Okay. Yeah, the entrance is awful. Doctor, what? All right. So Vlad, it is almost like you dropped off the face of the planet to do like that work thing. Why on earth would you do a thing like that? Silly work. Yeah, you know what? Ravenslayer, you're right. So, Ravenslayer, with that said, what is your favorite home... And everybody else, too. What's your favorite home-cooked meal? That's all good, Vlad. Things happen. But we're always still around. And I'm always still playing SnowRunner. And of course I said that I wasn't going to go super late tonight. But of course you just had to jump in and be all like, no, you're not going to stop streaming anytime soon. Because I don't have Waylon here to hang out in his stream. And Puma goes on too late. So Storm, you got to pick up the slack. And stream for 24 hours, 7 days a week. Even though you're experiencing flu-like symptoms and have a really bad headache. I see how it goes. Goulash, roast dinners, baked rice pudding, sponge cakes, tuna bake, and her apple crumb. Oh, Ravenslayer, that sounds awesome. Alright, so let's finish the bridge. Let's have a bridge that we can be proud of. There is our bridge. Yeah, I am... Loader. Would you like a timeout? I am hungry now, too. That's right. Okay, so... This takes us right from... Wait a minute. So we're here. That's our garage. Alright, so that puts us right over there and then boops us right into here. So now let's repair this one. And then... Where's some of the other stuff we can fix? How much caffeine is too much caffeine for one day? The amount of caffeine that is too much is however much caffeine causes you to start having heart palpitations. J. Stew. So you probably shouldn't do that. But the palpitations are fun. I mean, if you want to say that they are. You can go right ahead with heart palpitations there, buddy. Also, I think I'm getting a migraine, but we'll see what we'll see what develops with that. So the headache may turn into a migraine, but that's okay. Been eating a lot of seafood lately, but you're craving lobster. Don't you just kind of... Lobster just gets boiled, right? I'm probably not going to go too much longer. I mean, we've hit the 3-hour mark right now. So I'm going to most likely finish this bridge and then kind of call it at this point. So now I just have to kind of back up and make my way up here so as to attempt to turn around somewhere. This is awful. Nah, it's all good. I'm gonna... Well, I've been doing... You know, we're at about 3 hours now, so I'm probably gonna just finish the... I'm gonna finish the other bridge, and then... That's most likely where we're gonna kind of take things. But no, it's cool having y'all here, you know. And I really appreciate that everybody likes coming around. Sasquatch 39, thank you very much again. I really appreciate it. Hot chicken soup. Cup of tea, orange juice. Yeah. Alright, so let's back up a little bit more. Alright. Sasquatch 39, have a great night. And be good, man. Yeah, so we are opening things up. That's for sure. The world is opening up. Okay. So now... Try to do this. There we go. Now we're on the pavement. Now the truck is turned around. Now we can get to the other bridge. And we'll be good. I wouldn't mind some coffee right now, actually. But the type of coffee that I typically have would probably keep me up for another 6 hours. I brew up a whole fresh pot of Death Wish coffee first thing in the morning when I get to work. And it is amazing how much money you save when you don't actually go to, like, Dunkin' Donuts every morning. It's outrageous how much you save. Yeah. Well, that... yeah. Not a good idea. So I won't. And besides, it would take too long. Although I do have Army of Dark Chocolate by Bones Coffee. And that stuff is great. I haven't had jam and cream. You know what? But everywhere else that isn't Dunkin' Donuts is an awesome donut. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the garage. We're going to get a truck that's a little bit easier to get around with. With Bontons. All right, what truck do we want to use here? We need something that's going to hold 2 units of cargo and has a bed. Let's see. Spider is mighty lively tonight. How about... Actually, you know what? Freightliner. Freightliner 114SD. We'll use this guy. Ate a whole block of Caramello's dairy chocolate. Oh, that sounds so good. So good. Yeah, I don't change up what I drink throughout the seasons either. It's just easier that way. Like New England, you will have people who drink iced coffee all year round, and I think iced coffee tastes disgusting. Which is funny because I used to drink a lot of iced coffee, but I had to drink iced coffee that, okay. Although I do have, Trolley Sour Bright Crawlers, so there is that. But I don't think I want to eat any of those right now either. So I will use this truck. I'm going to go over. I'm going to get the... Go. Bridge to the sawmill. That's the one I want. So I'm going to get the service spare parts, which will fit right on the back of this truck, and we will be good. Lived, man! Also, why did that not work? Hold on. Okay, that is not working at the moment. Hold on. So, what happened to sound alerts? Sound alerts, monitor and output. Try that now. Oh, you know what? If this... There we are. There we are. I refreshed the, yeah, for some reason it decided to not play nice. But, Lived Man, you had a birthday. And I hope it was awesome. I hope you had a fantastic birthday. And did you actually do anything for your birthday? Or did you just hit the pub? Which is, I believe, what you usually do. Trigilla. Trigilia. I gained another level. That is a perfectly appropriate way of putting something like that. Alright, this truck is definitely not liking the mud. Go to Wales? Awesome. Gonna do anything real fun? Just have a raging party and get I love the Predator laugh. I love the Predator laugh. Just, it is the biggest... That Predator laugh is the biggest FU to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh wait, we repaired the bridge so we can go this way. Alright. Let's rock on. We can actually take a different route because we have repaired one bridge so far. The bridge to Terabithia, perhaps. Kentaro Mira and Mr. B. Yeah, that was unfortunate, too. Man, it's a lot of weird stuff that's going on. Also, in addition to those channel points that you can redeem for sounds and stuff like that, there are stickers. If you're on mobile, I'm not sure how you see them, but there's stickers down below, and there are additional sound alerts that you can play with bits and such, which are kind of cool. There's a larger variety down there. And I think I can actually add to them because I've been using them for a while or something. Alright, so let's get us up here. Let's get us to the warehouse. Go by Propagator over here. This truck is kind of bouncy. This actually works out sort of nice. The bouncy suspension gets me over the rocks, and it's not terrible, oddly enough. Yeah, I did see that earlier, Vlad, and it is really unfortunate. So if the truck gets bogged down, if I run out of fuel, I can bring another truck to it and refuel it. If I blow up the engine, I can bring out a truck to repair it. Or I simply hit this and I hit recover, and it brings me back to my garage. Also that slightly. But it also depends on how far away from the garage you are, or... Well, this game is kind of fun because it's not nearly as serious as a lot of other games are. I don't have to worry about my character dying. It's simply if I just get stuck somewhere, and I just have to start over. Like last night, we were playing for 4.5 hours, and I was trying to transport cargo that had spilled out of a trailer, so I had to flip the trailer back on all 4 wheels. Then I had to load the cargo into the trailer, and then take the trailer up the path to the steel mill. The problem began when I had everything loaded in the trailer and then was progressing on my merry way and flipped over probably no less than 4 or 5 times. Awesome. Fantastic loader. Very cool. The Zix. The Zix in this is a little bit weird, the one that you originally get. Alright, so we need 2 service spare parts to build a second bridge. A second bridge. Oh yeah, Liveman, the TSA totally doesn't worry about stuff like that. It's all good. Alright. Also, after I repair this bridge, I'm gonna get some Tylenol. I'm gonna get a giant fistful of Tylenol. And that'll be good. Just going to cruise over here to where the end is in sight. And we're going to build our second bridge, which gives us a lot better access to the warehouse for materials and supplies. Okay, let's build this bridge. It's a delightful looking bridge. We built our bridge. Except. Okay. So, we've managed to haul a trailer from here over to the warehouse. We've built 2 bridges. We've cleared 1 rock slide. So we're actually making a considerable amount of progress here. Now, gateway to the Cosmodrome, I believe, is... back in action. Snow, not that one. A heap of work. Okay, so deliver to the landslide near the tunnel. 2 metal beams, 4 wooden planks, 4 service spare parts, and a service trailer, which is over here. Okay, and that means we're going to need to fix these bridges and fix all this stuff. So we're in a much better... we're in a much, much better situation than we were earlier. So, guys, thank you very much again. Sorry I got on late today, just because I really wasn't feeling well, and I still don't feel well. We're going to see what tomorrow brings for work, and if I end up dragging myself out there. Yeah, but you know, I do, because that's me. So, everyone who has been hanging out tonight, and everyone who has made the rounds tonight, thank you again. And let's just double check and see if there is anybody who is... Let's see. Where's my thing? That's a thing. Yeah, guys, we don't really have anybody who's gaming tonight, so we're just gonna... You know what? Hold on a second. Let's do a thing. Let's do a thing. Let's find on... Let's find on Twitch. Let's find a channel. Based upon interest, that is SnowRunner. And let's go raid somebody's channel here. All right? Let's go raid. You know what? Okay. Go raid this guy. So let's go raid a, My bad. So let's do a thing, because I totally muted myself. So, I'm sorry. So we're going to totally do a random raid of this dude who's playing SnowRunner. So let's hit it. Guys, thank you again. I'm Storm of Iron. This is SnowRunner. If you haven't hit that follow, hit that follow. We'll be back probably tomorrow to play some more. Good night.